The Everly Brothers were an American rock duo that combined elements of country, rock, and pop to create a truly unique sound. Today, I'll be exploring how they achieved their success and their impact on music as a whole. The Everly's father grew up working in the harsh conditions of coal mines, but in his free time, he spent his time singing and playing the guitar and became known as a world-class thumb-picking guitar player. In 1935, he married Margaret Embry. Together they had two sons, Isaac Donald Everly and Philip Everly. As the boys grew up, they started to incorporate a unique country blues style that wasn't exactly country or blues. They also incorporated a rhythmic guitar style and harmony singing. The family then moved to Chicago and then to Iowa. Here their father landed a job singing on the radio in the early morning hours. Later, they would all join the act. Growing up, the family would listen to artists like the Mills Brothers, the Delmore Brothers, Lefty Frizzell, and Hank Williams. The brothers' mother decided to push the family towards Nashville in order to expand their horizons by surrounding themselves with artists like themselves. They moved to Knoxville, Tennessee, and auditioned for the Cass Walker Farm and Home Hour, immediately earning the spot. They were originally hired as the Everly family, but the boys proved that they could go farther as a duo. Ike and Margaret Everly were extremely supportive of their boys' dream, and they started to cut hair to support them. In this time of living in Knoxville, they discovered rock and roll, which would prove to be a great influence on their music. After trying to earn a record deal by knocking on doors and playing their music outside the backstage alley of the Grand Ole Opry, they earned their first recording contract that initially only consisted of 4 songs. However, the label was only willing to pay for 20 minutes of recording time for the brothers. They knew the session could have gone better, and so Columbia decided to drop them. Archie Bleyer, who was the owner of Cadence Records, came to Nashville searching for a new country act and ended up stumbling across the brothers by a referral who suggested that they would be what he was looking for. Soon they were signed to Cadence and had an appointment for a recording session at RCA's Studio B along Chet Atkin. They decided to record a song that had been turned down by almost every artist in town, this song being Bye Bye Love. Take a listen.
Ladies and gentlemen, bye bye love. Bye bye love. Bye bye happiness. Hello loneliness. I think I'm gonna die. Bye bye love. Bye bye sweet caress. Hello emptiness. I feel like I could die. Bye bye my love.
After the great success of Bye Bye Love that reached high spots in the charts of pop, country, and even R&B, the Everly Brothers were faced with the challenge of continuing the momentum that Bye Bye Love had given them. However, songwriters Boudleaux and Phyllis Bryant understood what the brothers needed and gave them their next hit song titled Wake Up Little Susie. After these 2 hits, the Everly Brothers were able to keep their momentum going. From 1957 to 1960, they released hits such as All I Have to Do Is Dream, Bird Dog, Devoted to You, Problems, Till I Kissed You, and my personal favorite, Let It Be Me.
I bless the day I found you. I want to stay around you, and so I beg you, let it be me.
In 1960, Warner Brothers was struggling to survive, and Jack Warner was ready to shut down the label. That's when the head of the label suggested that they go all in with the Everly Brothers. Soon after, the brothers were offered $1 million over 10 years, which was the largest record deal in music history to that point. Luckily, the gamble paid off for everyone, and the next song they released became their biggest hit of their career. Kathy's Clown stayed at number 1 for 5 weeks straight. Due to a difference in the vision for the future of the Everly Brothers between them and the label, the brothers' access to Boudleaux and Phyllis Bryant's songs was revoked. Also along this time, Paul McCartney and John Lennon of the Beatles used to pretend they were the Everly Brothers, showing just how big of an influence they were on the development of the legendary group. The brothers' songs still occasionally charted as a top 40 hit, but it wasn't like before. Their last album, titled Roots, was similar to another album they had previously released titled Songs Our Daddy Taught Us. It was a mix of country music but with their own unique style that originally touched the hearts of the world. After this, the brothers decided to part ways. They'd been singing together for almost 20 years and decided it was time for a break. They both went on to have a solo career, never reaching the success they saw as a duo, but still creating heartfelt songs that would be remembered forever. Even so, this wasn't the end, and the brothers ended up reuniting in 1983 and settling their differences. They agreed to hold a reunion concert at London's Royal Albert Hall. It was the last place they had played alongside their father, who had passed away during their split. Then, in '86, they were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, alongside artists like Elvis Presley, Chuck Berry, Ray Charles, Jerry Lee Lewis, Little Richard, Fats Domino, and Bo Diddley. They continued to tour together for 15 more years until their final tour in 2005. After this, Don and Phil chose to call it a career, finishing with 35 top 10 songs. Philip Everly passed away on January 3, 2014, at the age of 74, and Isaac Donald Everly passed on August 21, 2021, at the age of 84.
Dream, 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 dream when I want you in my arms, when I want you, and all your charms whenever I want you. All I have to do is dream.